Okay, looks like we live. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Good afternoon. Hope y'all are having an amazing day. I give y'all some time to jump on. I feel like I haven't been going live nearly as much as I should have, so my apologies. Just been real busy working with clients and running a business, which is a lot. So those of you who are not entrepreneurs, you have no idea the stress and the challenges, but also the rewarding part of being an entrepreneur. But it's just a lot. So like I said, give y'all a few minutes to jump on. Do me a favor when you come on. Type your name down, where you're from, and if you are a business owner, you can type the name of your business or your link, your website. Let me check it out. Let me check out your funnel. Make sure if you are a business owner, you have to make sure your digital assets are in place. That means your website, your landing page, your email opt-in, whatever the case may be, because there's so many businesses I come across and just things aren't tight, which is cool. That's why I love to help. But you got to make sure everything's tight. Also, if you watch this on replay, do me a favor, type replay down in the chat. And type your name, where you are from, and what your business is. So today I just want to talk about, are you investing in yourself enough? And that's a deep question. I want you to answer it. Are you investing in yourself enough? Type it down, type yes or type no. And make sure I can see the comments. Type yes or type no. Let me know. I feel as though me personally, I can always do more to invest in myself, no matter what the case may be. Listen, when I first got started in this journey, I knew nothing about business. I knew nothing about entrepreneurship. I started my business literally with $700 in a LegalZoom account. Go on LegalZoom, hey, be an LLC owner, start your own business. I had no idea what I was getting into. I was very naive. I thought, I'm going to start this business. I'm going to offer my great product or service, my great information, my financial expertise to the market, specifically African Americans. People are going to support. People are going to see the value in it. I'm going to blow up. I'm going to make a whole bunch of money. What I realize is, though, is that running a business requires an additional skill set and level of work that I just didn't know about. I honestly just didn't know about, but I love it. I love the journey. I love going in every day, doing what I love to do, number one, and being able to make a difference in people's lives. Yeah, I love the money. The job I had was a great job, making $50,000 a year, great benefits, 401k, access to resources and knowledge and information. But as a business owner, it's going to be hard working a 9 to 5 in these days where you make $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 in a day. In a day, I would have to work a lot. Just, I was making, like I said, about $50,000 a year, which is like $20 some an hour. Imagine how many hours I would have to work to make $2,000 in a day. I would have to work a lot of hours. So just being able to the money and the connections and, life-changing information I've been exposed to as a business owner, stuff you just can't get on the job. So before we even get started, guys, first thing I want to talk about is, did y'all see the bomb that was dropped at the Morehouse graduation on, what was it, Sunday? I think it was Sunday, Malcolm X Day. Billionaire, the richest black person in the world, I believe, definitely in America, I believe it's in the world, Robert F. Smith was saying that he was developing a grant with all the students from Morehouse, to get rid of their student loans. That shit was dynamic. Like, that was dynamic. The fact that this man said, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, to use his words specifically. I said, I'm going to put some fuel in your bus. He was talking about how when he was younger, he had the ability to get bused to a separate school, a better school, which transformed his education. Just being, having access to those resources, those additional educational resources, changed his career, is probably the reason why he became a billionaire. Just by, something like that. So he said, I'm going to put fuel in your bus, which in the current landscape, especially for the millennial generations and after, student loan debt is crazy. A lot of black wealth is being sucked out because people are going into massive debt trying to get these degrees, because we went to school, just like our parents told us, we went to school, go to school, figure out what you want to major in, graduate, get your job and start your career. But at the same time, back in the day, student loan debt was not nearly as bad as it is currently. So, he put his hat in the ring and said, listen, I'm going to specifically develop a grant to get rid of your student loan debt. I just thought that was amazing. Like, just seeing I went and, watched the actual speech. But just the fact that he's, put his money where his mouth is very, very important. And that just shows the times that we are in. You need to get on this wave of Black wealth, Black entrepreneurship, technology, social media, direct-to-consumer, monetizing information, the information age, knowledge-based businesses, all this type of stuff. All the stuff that I talk about and multiple people talk about, all the communities that I'm in, whether it's the TSP community with Lamar Tyler, whether it's Dr. Boyce Watkins, whether it's, all the other internet marketing people that, I follow and, look at and learn from, stuff like that. You need to get on this wave. If you're not on this wave, what are you waiting for? Let me know. Let me know. I see people coming in. Whitney, how you doing, Queen? Please drop some likes, some hearts. Please share this information. It's going to be a very important conversation. Please share this out. Drop some hearts. Drop some comments. That's how we boost the algorithm, y'all. I'm a student of social media now. Boost the algorithm is from likes, shares, comments, all that stuff like that. So just let me know. Are you on this wave? Are you on this wave? If you're not, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Because I'm telling you right now, you're going to be left behind. Regina, how you doing? Morning to you, Queen. If you're not on this wave, you are going to be left behind. I'm telling you this right now. It's still time for you to get in. Listen, you can have a business up in honestly about 24 hours. I was talking to people earlier and stuff like that, dealing with my clients and stuff like that, sharing secrets and online secrets that I usually don't share publicly. You can have a business started in 24 hours. Whenever in history of free enterprise could you ever have a business up and running within 24 hours? I want to ride the wave. Listen, get on this wave. I'm telling you, wherever in the world, in the land of free enterprise ever, could you ever have a business up and running and making money within 24 hours? What are you talking about? How could you do that? Well, you could go on Shopify and start a Shopify store, free trial. After a free trial, it's only $30 a month, and you can have your t-shirt business. If you sell fucking lip gloss, if you sell smell goods, anything like that. In the e-commerce side, if you sell physical products, whatever the case may be, you can have that business open within 24 hours. You can link your bank account, your PayPal account, so you can accept payments, your merchant account, and you can start accepting payments right now. But are you doing it? Well, I don't sell physical products. I sell courses. I sell books. I sell information products. Well, there are softwares right now, whether it's ClickFunnels or Lead Pages or WordPress, I can go on and on and on and on, where you can have a business up within 24 hours. You can build out a sales funnel, 1 page or 5 pages, within 24 hours, and you can instantly have your product to market. What are you waiting for? When entrepreneurship should be a lifestyle at this point. It definitely should be a lifestyle. It definitely should be a lifestyle. Everybody out here has a smartphone. Let me know. Do you have a smartphone? Everybody out here has a smartphone. But the problem is, are you using your smartphone to be a producer or a consumer? Let me know in the comments. Are you using your smartphone, a potential multi-million-dollar business in your hand, not just the text phones back in the day? Listen, I remember the first phone I ever got was when I was 14. All these kids nowadays, my daughter has a phone, she's 10. I tell these kids nowadays, I didn't get a phone till I was 14 in high school, 9th grade. My first phone was like the phone, like literally you pull up the antenna and you can answer it. There was no texting in 2001. No texting. This when two ways first came out. I never had a two-way. I wanted a two-way, but I didn't have a two-way. This when texting first came out. Before texting, I had a phone where you couldn't text. After that, I remember when flip phones first came out, where we could take a picture, a camera phone. Camera phones was the shit. I remember that. Nowadays, the phone you have in your hand could be a multi-million-dollar business. All right, Tina says, producer, that's great. How do you do that with the service? Great question. Service-based business. Number one, with a service-based business, you can always create a product around your service. So I do have a service. I have products and services, but I do have a service, whether that's a consulting service, marketing service where I help clients with their marketing. Also have, a service where I help people financially, stuff like that. So I've created products around that. But with the service, it's very easy. Number one, all you need is a page where people can go to. So what type of landing page? I would recommend a platform like a ClickFunnels or a Lead Pages or something like that for a service where people can just go and get your service. Go to whatever, reginavaughn.com and, schedule your call with me, whatever your service is, whatever your service is. Go to whatever.com to get your free call with me to know if you're a good person for my service. Or like I said, whatever your service is. It could be, we'll do something like childcare. I mean, childcare, that's, with that, of course, you'll probably have to get your license inspection, stuff like that. Make sure your facility is cool. But you can start accepting enrollments immediately. So you can say, hey, listen, in 3 months, there's going to be a brand new daycare open on whatever street. We're start taking enrollments right now. If you get in now, your tuition will be 25% off because you got it now. So you can literally start taking people like now. Start saying, hey, we got pre-enrollments. It's not starting until the fall, September, brand new school. Here's all the curriculum, blah, 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 blah. Start enrolling today so we can go through your application and make sure your child is a good fit. Sign up on my website right now. Literally, things can be done right now. You can immediately have a product to market, start getting leads, start getting information. You can start doing cold calls, start getting people's numbers, start building rapport, start building that relationship right now. China says a little bit of both. It's my business. That's what's up. So y'all should connect. Put your email, put your information on there so y'all can connect. That's why I love connecting people. But like I said, with your smartphone, are you a producer or a consumer? Listen to me, I'm both, more so a producer than a consumer. But of course, both. I still consume information on social media. I still, check around, see what's going on, watch videos, stuff like that. But as you see right now, I'm producing content with my smartphone. I'm going live. I put videos out and information out, stuff like that. We need to start being producers. So like I said in the beginning of this video, if you're not on this wave, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Now, if you say, listen, I just want to, live a regular, humble life, I like that, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Absolutely, that is great. Me personally, and the people I rock with, I want to have long-lasting legacy. I want to create a long-lasting legacy. I want to be around people that want to build legacies. People that want to change the dynamic for their family, their community, the African-American community, and eventually expanding out into the world. Do you want to leave a legacy? I want to leave a legacy. So do you want to get on board on this wave, or you going to be left behind? I'm telling you right now, it's May 23rd, 2019. You're going to be left behind. So in the next generation, once your kid, if you got kids that's young, or if you don't have kids young, whatever the case may be, your grandkids, when the next generation comes around, you're going to see how much progress was made in this generation. I'm telling you, get on this wave now. How do I get on this wave? You start investing in yourself. You start understanding the dynamic of the world that we live in. The world that we live in is a completely different world than it was 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. Completely different world. Like I tell people, listen, like I said, I got clients and people I coach all the time. Like growing up, we always thought like you wanted to go to school, to number one, to learn information. You go to college, if you went to college or you didn't go to college, you learned a certain, amount of skills and information that you usually couldn't learn if you didn't go to college. You had access to different jobs and employment and economic opportunities that you didn't have before. Like if you went to school, you went to college, it impacted your career and stuff like that. Nowadays, you don't need none of that. You don't need none of that. We live in the information age. So like I said, when it came to learning information, most of the time, like you had to go to college or, be exposed to certain information to learn information that, not everybody knew. But nowadays, you don't have to do that anymore. You can have a smartphone or Google or YouTube or social media. There's so many different resources where you can learn information. I've learned way more information outside of school than inside of school. Way. I'm talking about like exponentially more outside of school than inside of school. Why? Because we live in the information age. We live in an age where you can just learn, your information was never so readily available like it was before. Never. So are you sucking up the information is the question. Are you taking advantage of it? Are you on this wave? Second part I talked about is just access to employment and economic opportunities for going to college or going to school. If you went to college, you got a bachelor's, you got a master's, you got a PhD, you usually were giving access to economic opportunities that other people that, maybe not have took that route got exposed to. But nowadays, that shit don't matter. Nowadays, it's like the opposite. It's like the opposite. I'm preparing a lecture, a video I'm going to do about like how I could literally teach an MBA class and I don't even have a master's degree. Because like for me personally, if I was to get a master's, to me, that would be going backwards. Like literally to me personally, like people are always coming to town, listen, go get your master's, get an MBA. You can run a big company, blah, 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 blah. Somebody may come in to have an MBA and you want that opportunity, they can get it because they got an MBA. I'm like, get an MBA? Why the hell would I get an MBA? Like, seriously. Like, I'm learning from people that make, $100,000 a day. That don't even have degrees. They may have a bachelor's or something, but a lot of people don't got degrees. Most MBA professors and students never owned, ran, controlled, or sold a business. So why, for me personally, why the hell would I go get an MBA? It's called a Master's of Business Administration. MBA teaches you how to be a manager of someone else's company. Yeah, I'm going to hire somebody with an MBA, but me personally, why the hell would I go and get an MBA? Like, seriously. To me, that would be going back. Like, me sitting in an MBA class, having to do papers and work, that's not worth my time. And I'm not saying that to be cocky. I'm not saying, listen, trust me, I'm far from cocky. I'm definitely not saying it in that way. But I'm just saying as far as like really being out here, like really like running a real business, having real clients, really understanding how to really make money online. For me to sit in an MBA class, that would be, I would feel like, my time is not fully being valued. Like me sitting in, for hours in a class for an MBA as opposed to out running my business or attending a conference where I can learn from someone who who has a 7-figure business, who built $1 million business. I would much rather go to a conference and learn from someone who built $1 million business as opposed to sitting in the MBA class and somebody's going to teach me how to get a job at Bank of America. Like for me, it's like, nah, I'm over here. So I say to you, are you on this wave? Are you on this wave? This is the best time ever in history to be a black or any entrepreneur for real. But usually we talk to, I speak to black folks. This is the best time ever in history to be an entrepreneur. Ever. Why? Because there's a direct-to-consumer relationship that never existed in the past. Direct-to-consumer relationship, which means I can directly sell, market to, build a relationship with, and connect with my customers or my audience or my fans without no middleman. I don't got to ask a publishing company to publish my book. I can go and publish a book on Amazon for free, self-publish, and sell my own book directly to people on Facebook, Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn now. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm building my LinkedIn up. I'm trying to be on every single platform, YouTube. A lot of y'all already subscribed to my YouTube channel. Now I can directly sell my product and service to people all across the world. I don't have to ask anybody. I just sent a book to Canada. I've never been to Canada. I've just sent a book and sold it to someone in Canada. I think they bought it off Instagram. Like, that's revolutionary. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people aren't understanding that concept. So you need to understand that. So if you're not happy with your financial situation, if you just have a message that you want to get out, but you don't know how to do it, if you have a product that you want to get out, you don't know how to do it, listen, the floodgates are open. The floodgates are open. And the great thing is you don't have to do it alone. You don't got to do it alone. That's another thing, not just that you can sell your stuff online, but you can connect with, you can build relationships with, you can learn from, you can take trainings from people also online. So there are so many communities, online, offline, people, influencers, other entrepreneurs, people that have already been where you're trying to go. These communities and groups are out here. So you just got to get around those other people. So there's literally no excuse. There's literally no excuse. So the question is, are you investing in yourself enough? Let me know. Okay, Regina says, also want to leave a legacy. I will lead to school for Black children and teach them about ancestral greatness. Yes, you can do it. There's nothing stopping you to do it. I have my own online school. Like, you can do it online or offline. It'll be a much easier and quicker to get it to market online, but that doesn't mean you can't do it, offline. Offline is definitely feasible. You just have to figure out, the structure. You want to do 501(c), local community, you want to be a charter school or whatever the case may be. That's why I strongly suggest just doing it online, at least to start, because you can get something up and into market, very, very, very soon. But literally, you can do anything that you want. Like, it frustrates me when some people come to me and say, like, I want to do this, I want to do that. I'm like, yo, just do it. Just do it. Just get started. Once you go out and start doing something, how you think about something is going to change. Like, before you start, you have so many different ideas in your head. You're thinking about this and that, should I do this and that? But once you're out actually doing it, that's when you see, like, oh, maybe you see, hey, I don't want to actually do that. I don't actually like doing that. I'd rather actually be doing this, or you just, get inspired by a different idea and, whatever the case may be. Literally, the sky's the limit. The sky's not even the limit. The only limitation you're putting on yourself is you. So again, I'm asking, do you invest in yourself enough? And I'm talking to myself as well. I always feel as though I can always do better. I can always invest more. I can always read more. I can always learn more. I can always invest more into coaching and training and coaches and consultants and networking events and all that type of stuff. Like, I'm always trying to level up. Always. Make your first step your best step. Yes. And it don't even got to be necessarily your best step. Just make your first step your first step. Just make your first, you can't get 100 steps down the road if you don't make the first step initially. You got to make the first step. So what does investing in yourself looks like? It looks like reading, going on Amazon, loading up on books. It looks like trainings online and offline. Online is great, but don't just learn online. You got to go out and put your face out there. You got to go out and meet people. You got to go out and network with people. You got to go out and connect with people. Investing in yourself looks like actually putting your product out there. Like, going out there, marketing it, going hand, shaking hands, kissing babies, doing all the stuff that you need to do. If you watch the Robert F. Smith speech at Morehouse, if you haven't watched it, go back and watch the speech. The speech is like great. Like, just before he even said that he was going to pay off the student loans, the speech alone, like, itself was worth a lot of money, a lot of jewels, a lot of value, stuff like that. I mean, you're getting wisdom from a billionaire, self-made billionaire. He didn't come from money. Self-made billionaire. He didn't come from money. You're getting jewels from a billionaire. But one of the things he said, he was like, I'm going to tell y'all this before y'all walk across the stage, because after you walk across the stage, I probably ain't going to be telling you nothing. You're going to think all that because you just graduated, which was funny. But the thing he said, I think 3 or 5 things that I'm going to leave you with. He said the first thing is, nothing is a substitute for actually doing the work. That shit was deep. He said nothing. No matter what you do, like, nothing is a substitute for actually doing the work. And he said, some people, a lot of people come to him and say, in their 20s, like, hey, I'm going to start this business. I'm going to put out to market. I'm going to build this app. and within a few years, I'll be a multi-million-dollar. I'm going to be a multi-millionaire, have a multi-million-dollar business before I'm 25, and I'll be able to, do whatever I want and go crazy, whatever the case may be. He said that can happen. Don't get me wrong. I mean, anything can happen, but realistically, that's probably not going to happen. So, what that means is you gotta put in the work. Listen, I'm a student of the game. I'm true to the game. I'm not looking to get rich quick. I'm not looking for, the only shortcuts I'm looking for is to get around people that have already been where I'm trying to go. So if there's someone out there who can say, listen, I can condense my 10, 15, 20 years worth of knowledge into a seminar, into a training, into a coaching program, the case may be, okay, I'll go in to get the shortcut. But at the same time, like, I know I still got to do the work. I can't invest $1,000 or $2,000 or $10,000 into a coaching program and expect that's going to instantly take my business to 7 figures. I still got to go out and do the work. So now on my entrepreneurship journeys, now I see a lot of people that are trying to do things but not trying to put in the actual work. If you want to put a book out, don't write 20 pages and say, hey, my book's done, it's ready, go out and buy it. No, put the actual time in to write a real book. My book is only 100 pages, and it still took me time to put that in. I still feel like it wasn't nearly enough, but, it got condensed down to 100 pages, but it was, it was like 120, 30, 40, whatever pages before I condensed it down, got all my ideas together, put the chapters aligned, and did the editing, formatting. Shout out to Dr. Tyra Selden, my editor, just to get it all, ready. But, like, don't, say, listen, don't, get inspired one night and write 20 pages randomly and say, oh, my book is out. No, put the work in. Put the work in. And after you put your book, book out, don't got to be a book. After you put your product or service out, put the time in to actually market it and sell it. You don't understand how many people that I talk to and, they say, okay, my product or service is out. My stuff is into market, which is great. And now I'm like, all right, well, now you got to spend $500, $1,000, maybe $2,000 a month marketing it, and time and sweat equity actually marketing it. So that's when I tell people that, they're like, oh, wait, what? Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, listen, I spend thousands of dollars a month marketing my products and services. How many of y'all have seen my book on a post, a video, an ad, Facebook, Instagram, me on YouTube talking about it, going to other platforms, connecting with other influencers and going to different events, vending events, printing books up, all stuff. And that's just the book. That's not even all the other things that I sell. That's just the book. Me spending thousands of dollars a month marketing it. Yes, that's what you need to do. That's putting in the work. You can't put your product out and just expect people to buy it. If you build it, they will not come. You have to make them come. You have to give them a reason to come. Like what y'all spend on rent and car notes, I spend on ads. You can see my advertising bill when I get it every month. I'm spending it on products and service. I'm spending it on putting it behind my product or service. Because if I do go to an investor, which I'm not looking for an investor, straight bootstrap, self-made, I don't want any money. But if I was to go to an investor or someone else, they're going to ask me, okay, how much are you putting into your product and service to market? If I say, okay, I want you to help me with my product or service or invest in me, whatever the case may be, they're going to say, okay, how much money in marketing advertising have you spent out of your pocket, out of your business account? Then I can say, well, I'm spending $1,000 a month, $10,000, $20,000, whatever the case may be. That's when you look credible. Like, oh, okay, he's serious. He's for real. Erica, how you doing, Queen? They're going to be like, all right, he said, oh, yeah, he's for real. He's actually investing in himself and his business. He takes this stuff seriously. People, higher ups or whatever, you want to get, they invest in people, not necessarily the business or the product. You may have a great product or service, but if you ain't right as the CEO, they ain't going to invest in you. You may not have the best product or service. You may be, they may have to work with you in whatever case may be. But if they see you are hungry, if they say that you are for real, you are putting everything on the line, you are investing in yourself and your business, they will put some money behind you. People invest in people, not necessarily products. So that's kind of it for today, y'all. I didn't want to make this video super long because I got a million other things to do. But I definitely wanted to come in and check in on y'all, share some information, share some knowledge, share some jewels. Like I said, I'm going to be going live more. I haven't been going as live as much as normal. Just been super busy. Going to be traveling soon too. But I just wanted to give y'all some information. Just stuff that I was thinking about today. So the last point I'm gonna just say is just success, doesn't happen by accident. It doesn't happen by accident. Not talking about people that inherited money and people that came from money. That's a separate situation. But people that are really self-made millionaires and billionaires like Robert Smith or other people that actually, became successful or, have money, stuff like that. It doesn't happen by accident. You're welcome. It doesn't happen by accident. You may see the success of a billionaire or Robert F. Smith, or it don't got to just be him, anybody. But like he was saying, like, you didn't see all the, he was a chemical engineer before he ever got into investing and investment banking. Like, you didn't see the thousands of hours I spent in a lab, in a chemical lab of just doing boring work to build my career. Y'all didn't see that part. You may see, him on a private plane or be able to give $40 million to students at Morehouse, but 20, 30, 40 years before that, you didn't see all the grind that went in, to actually getting to where he is now. And, I study millionaires and billionaires, specifically black millionaires and billionaires, and I just see how they move. I just see success does not happen by accident. Look forward to enjoying reading your posts. Thank you for not just spill out. I can name your book. Check it out. Yes, you can go to mindovermoneybook.com. Someone please type the website in for me. You can get a free copy. Just cover the shipping. Mindovermoneybook.com. That's mindovermoneybook.com. You can check it out if you want. But like I said, success doesn't happen by accident. It doesn't happen by accident. There is a science. There are specific steps that you need to take in order to be ultimately successful. And it starts with investing in yourself. It starts with learning and reading and getting around other people who have already been where you're trying to go, building relationships with them, networking, actually doing the work. Yeah, mindovermoneybook.com. You can go there. If you haven't got a copy yet, you can go there and get a copy. Mindovermoneybook.com. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. If you watch on replay, type replay down, type your name, where you're from, and if you are a business owner, you can put the link down and check your website out. Make sure your website is tight, get your funnel intact so you can really start making money in this online space. Because like I said, it's the last thing I'm going to say. If you don't get on this wave, you are going to be left behind. I'm saying this right now. This is documented. May 23rd, 2019. I'm going to keep saying, I've been saying it for years now since I've been spreading my message. If you're not on this wave, you're going to be left behind. So in a year, 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years, when you see me next to Robert Smith, when I'm next to him, I'm going to tell you that I told you this was going to happen. I'm telling you it's going to happen. Do not be left behind on this wave. You need to get on this wave of black excellence, black entrepreneurship, digital marketing, understanding technology, monetizing social media, being a producer, not a consumer. Because like I said, you can have a business started within 24 hours, have it to market, put some money on ads, get your product out there, get in front of a whole bunch of people, start building out your social media, your business, start getting your message out there. Get your digital real estate now. The gold rush is in. I'm telling you, people are stocking up and loading in on they brand and their websites and they social media pages, and they carving out their digital space because it's only going to keep going in that direction. Technology is replacing jobs. We on this wave, and we specifically as African Americans, we need to be on this wave because it gives us the ability to do business in a different way. Get on this wave or you will be left behind. So that's it for today, y'all. Y'all have a great day.